Hello and welcome back to another thrilling installment of Niche Radio with your hosts Owen Duncan and the illustrious Big Dogg. Today we'll be talking about everything from Game of Thrones to Assassin's Creed, we'll be talking comics, X-Men, we'll be talking Doctor Who and much, much more. Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to Niche Radio. And today we have a fun-packed show of absolute joy in store for you with the incredible Big Dogg. Give us a hello.
Hello.
And unfortunately, the amazing, wondrous Connell cannot make it today, for he's off superheroing. But that's okay. There's still fun to be had and prizes to be won. Apart from there aren't any prizes. And you know, it depends on the definition of fun.
Fun could be a prize.
Yeah, the prize is fun.
Everyone wins.
Yeah, everybody wins a little something. But today we have so much cool stuff coming up for you. But firstly, here's a little bit of this.
Fab Radio.
You're listening to Niche Radio here on FabRadioInternational.com. Going out live every Wednesday at 6 p.m. till 7 p.m. Repeated every Saturday evening at 9. If you want to join in live with today's show, tweet us anytime during the show at Niche Radio.
So today we have absolutely tons of fun stuff involved. We want to talk about a lot of stuff because as geeks we are very impassioned about our fandoms.
Good word.
Yeah, thanks. Impassioned. I like that one. So today we'll be talking about lots and lots of stuff, including new TV Senses 8. We'll be mentioning the beautiful Jason Statham.
Statham.
Yeah.
Statham.
Yeah, okay, let's stay with the Stath. And much, much more. A bit of Jurassic World as well, because who doesn't love dinosaurs? If anybody put their hands up, then leave. Leave right now. I can't tell if you have left, but I'll trust that you have. You better have. You can't hear this anyway.
In the first place, but
well, exactly. Why are you tuning in if you don't like dinosaurs? So, first up, let's start with the Niche Review, which has a beautiful jingle, which Connell usually sings, but he's not here.
I would step in and try and, but when something's already perfected, I don't want to do a half-arse attempt.
This is it. I mean, I can't remember it all. I know there's a bit about Charlie Dimmock. She's involved. It's something and yeah, with the nips. Oh. Something and Charlie Dimmock. Something Niche Review. Yeah. Okay. So the Niche Review this week, we are reviewing a game that has been out for some time, and another game which is also very old. The first is Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and the second is The Game of Thrones. Hey!
Did there.
Yeah, double game.
Tessellation.
Yeah, but first up, I should just give you the preamble about Niche Review. We want to hear from you, so please get in touch on our Twitter or on our Facebook, Niche Nights on Facebook or at Niche Radio on Twitter, and let us know if you've got any artistic project that you'd like to hear a review of on radio. We want to review anything. So far, we've reviewed some comics. We want to do independent films, literally anything creative and a bit artsy, especially if it's super geeky. If you've cooked a particularly geeky pizza this week, you know, we'll eat pizza for radio. You know, it's a heavy burden, but we'll bear it. So please get in touch and send us all your cool stuff, and we'll review the absolute norks off it. But first up, let's review the absolute norks of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Now, the Big Dogg and I have been reviewing this lots of late.
Yeah, purely in the name of research.
Yeah, we did it for science. But we've killed some whales, haven't we?
We have killed some whales.
You've killed a whale in particular that has gone down in legend.
A legendary whale, yeah. Some of you might know its name, Moby Dick. Yep.
Ah, Moby Dick.
He came at me. In my head, I was Captain Ahab. And this time, if you've not read the book, my friend, because it's a very difficult read, then you will know that he actually goes down with the whale, but not this. It is not this day.
Oh no, Khaleesi. Wait, that's the wrong thing.
Yeah, come on, keep up. Play the game.
All right. So Moby Dick, Mo Dick to his friends.
Mo Dick.
Yeah. So he went downtown. Now there was a big thing about Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Peter, not a chap called Peter, or a lady called Peter. The organisation Peter for animal rights were pretty peeved about all this, because there is a whole part of the game where, you know, you kill animals and skin them, and you hunt and kill whales.
Yeah.
And whaling is something that Peter don't like.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty mean, let's face it.
The game doesn't advertise it, though, as in like a pro-whaling thing. It's just you're in the pirate times kind of thing they did.
Yeah, to be fair, no people for human rights kicked up a fuss saying, actually, you go around on this Assassin's Creed game assassinating people. Who'd have thought? Nobody kicked up a stink about that. But assassinating
you built
whales.
a brothel.
Yeah, I did build a brothel.
Exactly. Not a peep.
Yeah. So I mean, it's very morally it's a bit morally querulous.
Oh, that's another point. You're a roll.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. So yeah, I think the statement that came back from Assassin's Creed to Peter was like, well, we were trying to make it historically accurate. At that time, there was lots of whaling going on, as there still is, but we're not kind of going to skirt around it. They want to give a realistic representation of what it is to be a pirate.
Oh, very good, yeah. And its authenticity is really good because it has loads of the pirates you've all heard about, Blackbeard, Jack Rackham, Hornigold. They're all in there.
Oh,
They're all pirating it up off their faces on pirate stuff.
Oh, yeah, they are. There's Captain Kidd and Bonnie. They all show up, don't they? And it's really, really good. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
Sailing the seas. What are you doing? Technically, I might be sitting on a sofa, somewhere in Salford.
Yeah.
But actually, oh no, my friend, I am on the seven seas, hunting down fleets, man of wars.
Oh yes, yeah, and you can upgrade your ship. I mean, you can decorate your ship if you want tattered sails, have a bit of a ghost pirate theme. That's what we went for.
Lovely.
You can do. You can unlock new outfits for your character, which I think looks a lot like Guybrush Threepwood from the Monkey Island series, as a kind of homage.
He's got that blonde thing going for him, but he's voiced by the same, and the name escapes me, actor who plays Constantine TV show of today, and so I watched that. So playing the game, I can't help but I'm Pirate Constantine essentially.
Yeah,
and it's magnificent.
See, now he's got long blonde hair, and so do I. So I instantly identify. That's why I think I've got a little bit of Thor in me as well. I wish.
You could have a lot, couldn't you? Long blonde hair, a little bit of Buffy.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm just an amalgamation of.
Is that another point? You're searching for points now.
I am. Yeah. We play a points word system game. You all know this. But yeah, Assassin's Creed. I reckon I'd give it 8 niches out of niche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many
definitely.
is 8.
Oh yeah.
I'm a bit more of a hard critic. I'm gonna go for 7 3/4 niches.
Okay.
A little nichette.
Yeah.
On the end.
So all in all, we recommend playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Yeah, big time.
Definitely, and with the new game coming up as well. I mean, we've had one in between that, but they advertise a new game, don't they? In some of the new ones, there's a screenshot.
There's like a screenshot of one of the names of the new games. Again, the name escapes me, but when you're running around, is like in the nowadays time.
Okay, nice. Yeah, there's loads of little Easter eggs in there too, other piratey stuff as well that we were looking up today. There's the occasional hint to Pirates of the Caribbean without too much to get them sued by Disney. There's also lots of homages to Monkey Island, which is one of my favourites.
We found about today,
in particular one that was referencing the sword fighting system on Monkey Island, which is mostly just trading insults.
Yeah,
you fight like a cow. How convenient! You fight like a dairy farmer. That was one of them. One that sticks in my head. But yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. And now that Game of Thrones has all ended, I think we need to find out how many niches it deserves. Right, so I mean, this season, as opposed to previous seasons, how do you think it went, Big Dogg?
Well, I'm a fan of it. This is clear to everyone. Mm-hmm. But I think this season's been fantastic because there hadn't been as many what I dub as filler episodes. Yeah. I'm talking from just watching the show point of view. I've never read the books. Mm-hmm. Sorry, guys. But show-wise, a lot of episodes I feel a bit like, okay, it's more on the politics side, which is fine. But I do like a bit of the old killing, and I think it's delivered on the violence this time round.
Oh yeah, it definitely has.
And some of the decisions made by some of the key characters, like Stannis and the whole daughter thing. And I don't want to ruin anything for anyone, but
we'll count this as spoiler alert. But yeah, there has been absolutely tons of really, really cool stuff this season, and looking forward to plenty more coming out soon. For example, there was we were looking at something today that said that some of the names of the new characters have been leaked for the next season because of a casting call. And I didn't recognise any of them. And I've read the books, I've played the games, read the graphic novels. I've kind of bathed in Game of Thrones a bit. The paper cuts were horrendous. But yeah, so there has been absolutely tons of, I think maybe it was 6 of these new characters. Yeah. But I didn't recognise any of them. Didn't recognise any of the names from any of the pirate lore. The pirate lore? Game of Thrones lore. talking of which, actually, if anyone wants to get more immersed in the Game of Thrones world, we found some stuff on YouTube that apparently is ripped from the Blu-rays editions, which are animated Game of Thrones lore. So you get to hear lots of the story, the kind of behind the scenes of what's happening, like the power plays and stuff.
It's really good for me with just watching the shows. I get to find out where the characters had come from before they were introduced for me.
Yeah.
Especially the Martells. Like, you get to find out a lot more about them, and you really sense how much... how do you say his name? Oberyn.
Oberyn, yeah.
Oberyn. How his hatred for the Hound and the Mountain and the Cleganes it's insane, especially for the Mountain. The way he talks about him is almost as if he's a worthless person, but and he hates that he's a knight. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and there's lots of stuff that mentions kind of the stuff previous to any of the series or the books. So they talk about like the Andals and the First Men coming over. They talk at length about the Ironborn on the island of Pike and the other surrounding islands. They talk about all the Targaryen line, dating all the way back, and lots of the Kingsguard and all those things that
Robert's
are part.
Rebellion as well. You get a lot more. You get to see Robert Baratheon, because when in the show I just thought he's this whoring drunk, and that's all he does. And I was like, how is this guy king? But then when you see like Robert's Rebellion, and rather than just talk about, you see what he, with his warhammer, and he was such a badass, and it's kind of like, oh right, I didn't really understand the magnitude of his badassum.
Yeah, his badassery.
Yeah, that's it.
he was an absolute king, wasn't he? And then he became a king.
That's it. Classic.
And then he got fat.
Ascension.
But I suppose if you weren't fighting lots of rebellions and stuff, and then fighting off rebellions to your rebellion, then you probably stay pretty trim. Especially if you're wielding a gigantic warhammer.
With all that armour on.
Yeah, that's it. So as soon as he wasn't, and just... I mean, mind you, all that whoring and drinking must take off a few pounds. Well, the whoring part, maybe.
Yeah, maybe he packs it back on with the drinking.
Yeah, that's it.
Clearly favours the drink to the whoring.
Yeah, sometimes two rights don't make it thin.
Exactly.
That's what they say.
Too many chefs spoil the broth.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. So yeah, Game of Thrones. So
please try and keep up with us, listeners.
So how many niches would we give it? I mean, I thought it was a great series. I agree with you entirely that it had enough action to keep me interested, but then a lot of plot development as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm tempted to go for 9 niches.
Yeah, no, I was straight there with you. 9 niches.
Yeah, not quite a 10 because we haven't seen the next season yet.
Yeah, I don't want to go it all out there and then next be like, oh, another 10.
Yeah.
No, but a 9, like all the Sam bit with Ghost.
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Yeah, loads and loads of epic kind of like, that happened moments. And equally loads of, oh my God, why am I watching this?
Yeah.
Why did they put this on TV? But yeah, so the next season promises to be very interesting because some of the casting calls, there was one for a legendary knight who's, that's a casting call for someone who's like a upstanding, almost like poor Barristan the Bold.
Yeah.
That kind of, that kind of character. So
I want to see more of... Again, talking to Owen with him reading the books, I wanted to see more of Thoros of Myr, because you see him briefly in the show, and he's played by the same guy who does Dennis Pennis. He's a great guy, and he was really cool in it. He's one of the Red Priests, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he has that moment with Melisandre, and he's bringing that guy back to life who gets beaten by the Hound. And then
Beric Dondarrion.
Beric Dondarrion, classic name. Great eye patch, if I recall.
Yeah.
Pirates tie-in. Melting pot. But Thoros of Myr, when you read about him, it sounded amazing, and some of that on the Game of Thrones lore, it explains about him as well, and he had a flaming sword. Fantastic, dude. Let's get him back in.
Oh, definitely. For me, there's a few characters in the books I would love to see in the series, in the TV series, and without, I don't want to spoil any things that perhaps they'll potentially use in the series, because that would just be mean. And or maybe I will. But there's especially stuff like the Ironborn. The guys on the islands, the marauders, the pirates. You don't see very much of them.
Sick symbol as well.
Yeah, the big kraken, the gold kraken on the black back, and all their sayings as well, like "we do not sow," and "what is dead may never die," because that comes from this their own religion. because they worship the drowned god, and when each person gets like their kind of baptism into this is them getting taken out to the shoreline and literally getting drowned. Like they'll drown them until they have water in their lungs, and then they'll resuscitate them. So they'll, that idea is then that in the eyes of the gods, they're already dead.
Yeah.
So they can never die. They can do what they want, kind of thing, and be pirates and marauders.
Yeah. Again, like they sound so badass, but from the show, the only kind of real thing you get from them is a bit smarmy and a bit like, because you're looking at them a lot from
like Theon's perspective. Yeah. Theon Greyjoy. Yeah, and he is a bit smarmy. And then also you see is it Asha or Yara maybe?
It's sister.
Because they changed her name from the books. But yeah, she again, she's quite cocky.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I wasn't a fan of all that. But there's some great characters in that they haven't used really. There's Damp Hair, who's like a really kind of righteous, religious-y one, and there's another one who's going to looks like he's going to be a big part of the books, called Euron Crowseye, who's essentially the coolest pirate you ever heard of. He's like a flamboyant, grizzly guy that does what it takes to get everybody on his side. I mean, he's mean. He's gone off into the wilderness on his own, defied all the rules of the Iron Islands just to do what he wants, and he's the brother of Theon's dad, so he's Theon's uncle.
Theon's uncle, cool.
And yeah, so he just goes off pirating around with like the scurviest crew ever to see the Iron Island shores.
Yeah, he sounds like a cat I could get behind.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And he's got this awesome horn as well, which I won't tell anything more about because you'll see his awesome horn in the series. You can look forward to some awesome hornage and much more. But yeah, he looks like the archetypal pirate, going off stealing gold, having treasure.
What's that? It's not mine. I want it. I'm gonna have it.
Yeah, exactly. A proper scurvy cur and no mistake. So that's what I want to see more of. At that and Strong Belwas, who was a big fat jovial character who fought in the slave pits, and it looked to me like his character has kind of been absorbed by Dario Naharis, the Khaleesi's kind of bit on the side.
Yeah, a dashing gentleman.
Yeah,
friend.
But this guy was just like a big.
I was
big
doing
bellied
those quotation marks then, friend.
Oh yeah, the little hand quotation marks. Yeah, friend with benefits.
Doing another one now, but I won't say which one.
Oh, he's very rude. Yeah, so there's lots to look forward to, and I'm not sure if they're going to take it that way in the next season, but we'll have to find out. But for now, if you're just tuning in, this is Niche Radio with Owen and Big Dogg here, telling you all the geekiest stuff and things. But before we go on, as a quick recap, if you're just tuning in, you've missed out on Assassin's Creed and Game of Thrones. But coming up next, we have tons of stuff. We have a quiz, we have all of the talk of Senses 8, and we'll be talking about our randomly selected actor of the week. Ho-ho!
You're listening to Niche Radio here on Fab Radio International every Wednesday, 6 p.m. till 7 p.m. If you want to listen again, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Niche Radio, or follow us on Twitter at Niche Radio.
Fab Radio.
Quiz. 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 Quiz.
So now is the part of the show where we do a quiz, and I've got a doozy of a quiz for the Big Dogg today. And if and only if he gets all these questions right, he might be lucky enough to hear the Final Fantasy VII victory theme being played. But I don't think it's going to happen. Anyone playing at home, if you're playing at home, please tweet in at Niche Radio and let us know if you've got any of the questions right. But first, what we'll do is I'll run through the questions, and Ryan will make a noise indicating whether he thinks he knows it, definitely knows it, or has no idea. He won't answer any of them for now. Then we'll play the theme again, and when we come back, we'll give you a ton of answers. Do you follow this, Big Dogg? Do you reckon you've got it going on?
If I know the answer, I'll give you a no, so you know that I know, and then we continue.
Yeah,
I don't say it.
Yeah, but you can make a noise like if you reckon you have got it, or if you've got no idea.
Oh, I'll bring the thunder, my friend.
Oh, you reckon? Okay. So, first things first. Question 1. Who is rumoured to direct Thor Ragnarok? No? Okay. Question 2. Who played the voice of Joker, the pilot, in the Mass Effect computer series?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. That's a strong nod I'm getting there. Okay, 3. Which actor... no, I'll start that again. Question 3. An actor was arrested for dangerous driving this week. Who did he play? This is a famous sci-fi actor.
Mm-hmm.
No, you think you've heard of that one? Okay. Let's go for a comic one now. Question 4. Who is Cable's dad? Cable of the X-Men.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And question 5. Name 6 actors who have played Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, ladies and gents, if you've got that, I'll give you one theme for you to think, and then by the time we come back, I'll give you all the answers. If you've got them all right, please get in touch on our Facebook at Niche Nights. Also, please get in touch on our Twitter at Niche Radio. And in the meantime, why not subscribe to our YouTube channel, Niche Nights?
Quiz. 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 Quiz.
So, now it's time for quiz answers. I've got my important piece of paper here.
It does look very important.
It is pretty
A bit
important.
crumpled.
Well, yeah, all the most important ones are. So here are the answers for those of you that are playing at home, and for Ryan, who was looking a bit nonplussed throughout some of that quiz.
Well, am I gonna answer them again now? And
If you
tell
wouldn't
me
mind.
forget 'em? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
So question 1, who is rumoured to direct Thor Ragnarok?
Don't know. I read his name earlier, but it's escaped me.
Oh,
So fast.
Oh, well, it's Kenneth Branagh.
There you
Kenneth
go.
Branagh, the director of
K-Brad.
many films, an actor in more. He was in Harry Potter very famously. He also directed Much Ado About Nothing and many other Shakespeare plays. But he also directed the first Thor film. No, the second Thor film.
Dark World.
Yeah, and it looks like he might be returning for the third one, which would be great because he's got that kind of Shakespearean theatrical thing down.
Yeah. And he likes Chris Eccleston if you cast him, so hopefully he'll put him in the role of Thor, because I want to see that happen. Probably the only person, but I want to see that happen.
That'd be good. I want to see more of the Warriors 3, Volstagg, Heimdall,
Yeah.
and Hogan. Yeah, that would be good. So, question 2. Who played the voice of Joker, the pilot, in Mass Effect series?
I think you'll find the pilot of the Normandy, real name is Seth Green.
Hey, there we go. That's 1 out of 2. We're doing well. You've got 50% right so far. Plain sailing. We'll be talking more about Seth Green later, the legend that he is, a gem to the geeky, sci-fi, comic-y scene. Question 3. An actor, a sci-fi actor, was arrested for dangerous driving this week. Who did he play?
I believe you're referring to the now 26-year-old Anakin Skywalker from The Phantom Menace.
Yep, ding ding, completely right. And the little baby Anakin.
The little lad, now this is pod racing, which I hope he said when he was getting chased by the police in his assumed stolen vehicle.
Yeah, I just assumed that it was stolen as well. Why not?
Well, he's done Phantom Menace, and nothing else could compete with pod racing. He's like, I gotta steal cars, man.
Yeah, I need that thrill again. I need the buzz. Come on, Jar Jar, let's go. Oh, that's a good pod racing noise. In fact, I just turned that up. Can you do that again?
Oh,
that wasn't quite as good.
made my ears pop. That did. I ain't going again.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, if you didn't hear it at home, I can guarantee that was a pretty good pod racing noise. So that's yeah, you're doing pretty well here. Okay, so question 4: who is Cable's dad?
Cable's dad is Scott Summers, Cyclops.
Yeah. You've got your X-Men lore down. All right, so this is 3 out of 4 so far. Question 5: name 6 people who have played Doctor Who.
Okay, so this one I'll hopefully get right. So we've got Matt Smith, Chris Eccleston, David Tennant, Paul McCann,
Oh yeah.
Tom Baker,
Yeah.
and this one I don't know if I'll be allowed it, but I'm going to go for it. It was John Hurt, plays him as the War Doctor.
Of course, yeah.
You
The
okay
War
with that one?
Doctor, the other Doctor. He's a doctor.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can count
just
him.
he didn't use the name the Doctor.
Oh well, ding ding.
I'm happy for the points. I'll take them.
Yeah. You got that one. I reckon you aced that one in the hole.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, a big round of applause, everybody, to the incredible Big Dogg for almost getting it completely right. There's only one you got wrong.
Yeah.
And please let us know if you got them all right at home and absolutely trounced him. Then feel free to gloat, because that's what this show is all about. Showing off our geeky steez, yo. I think that's kind of the plan. So, coming up next, we have tons and tons of geekery for you. There is so much happening in the geek world, we won't even have time to talk about it all, so we'll have to do it on another show. But for now, let's have a little bit of a spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. In Quantum Leap, Sam Beckett never actually makes it home.
Shut up!
So, spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen. We have tons to spoil for you today, but we're going to focus on one thing in particular. Most of the TV that I've been watching, I've kind of run out of. I mean, I was watching Gotham, loving that, loving Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter, Daredevil, ton of Game of Thrones, obviously. There's been so much that I've been watching, and it's kind of all run out now, so I need to find a new program. But Big Dog, you've been watching something new that you think is a good concept.
Yeah, definitely. Sense8, which is like Daredevil's another Netflix series, which I think is brilliant when they release the whole series in one, like, boom, there it is, because it gives you the chance to be like, you know what, I'm going to rinse this. I like that episode, watch the next one. Yeah. But it's also on the other side of the potato that if you finish it like now, you're kind of like, oh, what do I do now? I'll tell you what you do. You watch it again. That's what you do. Yeah. So Sense8 is it's the new Wachowski brothers. Well, Wachowski siblings now, because one of them had a sex change, so we need to be PC on that. So the Wachowski siblings show, and it's a group of people around the world are suddenly linked mentally, and just they must find a way to survive being human by those who see them as a threat to the world over. Right. So it's got a bit of a kind of Matrixy feel in a sense. Again, Wachowskis. Yeah. But it's really cool because you see all these people in their different walks of life. So there's like a Spanish actor who's really cool. And then there's like a Russian guy who's a criminal, like a bank robber and stuff. And then there's a young girl in India who's getting married, and it's all about her being like betrothed without meeting this guy, but it's a good match and everything. But they all start seeing each other, and they can start to home in on each other's skills. There's a Somalian lad, and like at one point they're trying to get away from something, and then he kind of appears, and they kind of use each other's skills. So they see them, but really it's just one of them there. So they're using his like driving skills to get away, and it is really cool, and it's not. It sounded more confusing when I explained it. When you're watching it, it's really easy to follow. It's not like you're like, oh, who's this and who's that, and they're really comical with it as well. A lot of the actors, and like when they see each other and they get dead freaked out, and they experience the same things as each other. So, for example, there's one person at one point might be having sexual intercourse. Yeah, I know. With someone who totally agreed to do this, so it's all, let's have sex. And there's someone else that might be, in New York City, across the other end of the lake, lifting weights, and then they start to feel it, and they're like, "Whoa, what's happening here? I'm not having sex with anyone, but it certainly feels like I am."
Whoa! So kind of like so Sense8, you said it was called.
And there's 8 of them in total of these,
and they sense each other, right? Yeah, it's all coming together now.
Some of them are scared initially. The other ones kind of accept it straight away and find it interesting and really cool, and like. But then there's people. I haven't watched all of it yet. That's the beauty of Netflix. I could go back and watch it all if I wanted to. But yeah, there's like people who are kind of coming after them. I don't know if they want their gift or if they just want to like study it or whatever. I haven't got that far, but definitely recommend it.
It sounds good. Yeah, it certainly sounds intriguing. Like there's a lot to be explained about it. I mean, there was a film I watched recently, which was one of Joss Whedon's, released on his private studio, Bellwether Pictures, which was called In Your Eyes, and that's about 2 people across different sides of the country, different sides of America, who share this weird semi-telepathic link where like they, in big moments in their life, for example, the intro is a young girl going down a sledge in the snow and then going head first smack into a tree, and there's this boy going into class joking around with his mates, and he's sat at his desk and starts shaking, and he starts seeing it through her eyes and then crashes. Right. And so he falls off his chair, and everyone's like, "Oh, you all right, mate?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I don't know what that was about. Bit of a daydream, I guess." And like little things like that kind of happen throughout their life.
Sounds similar to Sense8, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, this is done in a kind of in a rom-com kind of way, so it's quite sweet and touching how they kind of find their way around. Discovering this new power. In fact, there's a very touching sex scene, because they're on the different sides of the a lot of sex in this episode. Yeah. It's going to be a good episode of Niche Radio.
Didn't talk about any sex when we talking about Game of Thrones as well, and that's full of it.
Yeah, that's true. So there's a very touching, sensual, I'll describe it as, sex scene where they're on different sides of America, and yet, but they're falling a bit in love because they're always chatting to each other because they're in each other's heads whenever they want to be, which turns out is quite a bit. And so they have a little bit of a masturbation session together. They don't have phone sex, but they don't need a phone because they can
play with yourself, play with a friend.
Yeah, they can feel what each other are feeling. which is quite sweet, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so similar idea. I would certainly like to watch it.
Yeah, saying that sounds pretty cool. And Joss Whedon's all right, isn't he?
He is, yeah. But I don't know if I mentioned Joss Whedon before, but I think he's pretty cool.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yes.
Quite the fan, are you?
Yeah, I think, yeah, I am.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad we cleared that out.
Yeah. If anyone else out there is a Joss Whedon fan, please tweet us on @NicheRadio, and I just want someone to talk to about it. Oh, please. You talk about his shiny head, or
Maybe if you watch the film and I watch the film, we can see it through each other's eyes and watch the film.
yeah, just watch the film, nothing else. Yeah. So, also there was something else that sort of a new bit of news this week.
I've got this is coming out next year. Listening, sports fans. Well, not sports fans. Not about sports. And if you like sports, you probably listen to the wrong radio show. Unless you like Quidditch, then Hollyheads.
Oh yeah,
Harpies.
all the way.
Okay, so coming out in 2016, there's a Legends of Tomorrow DC show, and it's set in the same universe as The Flash and Arrow, and it is going to use the same cast in a sense. So like the villains from are going to be in it, because they've done Flash and Arrow crossovers, and this is like the next one. And it looks there's a bit of trailer release which looks really cool, and the premise of the show is Rip Hunter. You know what? I'm going to do this in a trailer voice.
Oh yeah.
Rip Hunter travels back in time to present day, where he brings together a team of heroes and villains. Went a bit piratey there, didn't it? In an attempt to prevent Vandal Savage from destroying the world and time itself.
Bum bum bum.
So basically, guy travels back in time, and he wants to get these people. Let's get them all together. Very nice, very nice. All work together. We're going to stop this very bad guy with the terrible name of Vandal Savage. But it's got the people, and a lot of these, if you watch Flash and Arrow, you will recognise their names. These are confirmed people who are going to be in it, among others. So we've got Firestorm, who's been in Flash. Got the Atom, who's been in both Flash and Arrow. White Canary, not Black Canary. White Canary, but it's the first actress who plays Black Canary in Arrow. So I'm only assuming because her sister takes over as Black Canary, she becomes White Canary.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Rip Hunter is the time traveller who's being played by Rory from Doctor Who, from Rory Williams. Hawk Girl's going to be in it. You can see all these in the trailer. Heatwave and personal favourite of mine, Captain Cold, who are villains in the Flash series, and they are both former Prison Break actors.
Ah, well, there we go.
It looks really good.
Excellent. Well, yeah, that's something to look forward to. Will they be including... I mean, is there any chance for a Supergirl crossover into that? Or is Supergirl being done by a different studio? Is that...
No, I believe it's all under the same DC universe. I haven't watched any of the Supergirl yet, because I saw some of the teasers and everything. I'm not a big Supergirl fan, but at the same time, I wasn't a big Green Arrow fan. Watched Arrow. It was great. So yeah, I need to give that a watch. But it's one of them, isn't it? If you put someone like Superman or Supergirl in it, it's almost kind of like, well, do we really need everyone else? Because this guy's kind of pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, they could do the whole laser eye thing, spin around the Earth to reverse time.
It kind of just makes some people inadequate. Captain Cold, I appreciate the temperature. It is lovely. But we don't really need you for this fight. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, what is he going to do?
Yeah, free stuff.
Yeah,
but he does deliver some sick one-liners. That's the best thing about the guy who plays him. Captain and the Flash villains in the show completely are all so kind of golden age classic, a bit camp names and stupid powers and say stupid one-liners. But rather than shy away from that, they came up with a great way to get around it. Was a character called Cisco, kind of came up with everyone's name, so it's a bit jokey. But Captain Cold, he just delivers the lines as you'd read him in a comic. Like, he'll order a drink and she'll be like ice, and he'll be like, yeah, cold. But you buy it. It's like he sells it with his eyes.
Ah, okay. And what was the is it a TV show or is it a film?
Legends of Tomorrow is a TV show, 2016.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's the next one, the next DC one. I imagine you'll see loads of crossovers.
Yeah, because I've seen the trailer for it, and there's kind of someone maybe bringing the team together, and they're kind of wondering why they're getting chosen because some of them clearly aren't heroes.
Yeah,
but they are all legends.
Exactly. That's it. I think that could have been the exact line from the. The villains actually say that, didn't they? Yeah. They say, "We're not heroes." He goes, "No,
but you are legends." Yeah, which is an epic line and plays in nicely to the cheesy one-liners because definitely. That's pretty cheesy, but in all the best ways. Like, some of my favourite. In fact, what's your favourite one-liner from any film?
Just one-liner from any film.
Yeah. Well, okay. Keep it as geeky as possible.
Keep it as geeky as possible. Have you got one on mind? You can hit up first, and I'll try and think of
I've got one. It's when Eowyn in Lord of the Rings takes off her helmet and says, "I am no man." You're just like, yes, stab him.
Pretty decent.
And she does, and then his head goes all crinkly.
Do you know, I didn't think I'd say this, but mine's the one that came to mind then was Star Wars, the classic Han Solo, when she says, "I love you," and he just straight out plays it and goes, "I know."
Yeah, what a man.
Yeah, what a man indeed.
And he can't love her because he's clearly got too much love for Chewie.
Who's scruffy looking?
Well, exactly. Yeah, he ain't no nerf herder. Talking of nerf herder, we should probably play the Buffy theme at some point, but not yet, because in our jam-packed niche radio show, thank you for tuning in, we have tons and tons of more stuff. If you have just tuned in, there's been a whole quiz, we've been talking about Assassin's Creed, Game of Thrones, loads of breaking news stuff coming out this week, some old stuff that came out weeks ago, and much, much more. Before we move on, though, there was rumours about the next series of... I'm talking like William Shatner all of a sudden. Of Daredevil on Netflix, and there were rumours about the new baddie being Bullseye.
Yep.
Now you heard something about this, didn't you?
Well, I'd heard that the rumour was it was supposed to be Bullseye, and I believe that still, could be. But
brilliant.
I'd heard a lot of stuff, people saying that Jason Statham was rumoured to play him.
Yeah, action man.
Yeah, he's coming out here. He used to be an Olympic swimmer, Olympic diver.
Okay, he drives about pretty fast. I'm here. He's transporting things everywhere.
He can get a bit cranky.
Oh, and he's been in other films too.
He's definitely not an expendable actor.
Oh no, he certainly isn't. I've run out. What's the one with the big yellow car on the front?
I don't know, mate. Oh, he's in Snatch, right?
Yeah, that'll do.
Lock, Stock.
Yeah,
in Lock,
yeah,
Stock.
he's in Lock, Stock. Yeah,
Turkish. Okay, well, what I've heard from recent internet looking at is that that's not true. He went into in an interview went into a bit of a speech how that essentially how action heroes, like action films, he does a lot of his own stunts and everything, are a bit more like bad boy and hard than being turned into a big CGI the Hulk. To which Mark Ruffalo responded, because there's a lot of work goes into that, wearing a suit and having to do all the motion capture and everything.
Yeah.
So it was almost like he was belittling the superhero genre a bit. So I can't see him going into something superhero-y.
Yeah, that does seem unlikely after completely belittling it.
Yeah, if he's pushing like Transporter 6 or whatever.
But then why is he starting on the Geek Populace? Fair dues to Jason Statham for being able to do most of his own stunts. Maybe
I like him. I think he's great. I think he's a really good actor.
Yeah, I think he is too. But I've been pretty sure before that point, at no point had Mark Ruffalo, for example, said, "Oh yeah, well, there's this bit in the Avengers, and there's this big alien coming at me." And so what I did, right, I look at it, and I'm just me looking at it, and I say, I've got this great line, I'm just looking at it, and then I say, "I'm always angry," and then I start turning my hand green a bit. Yeah,
okay,
but then
goes green, I'm with
But then I get really big, and the rest of me turns green, and I'm like all grrr, my face is all angry, and then I punch it, and then that was all me.
Right in the face.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure nobody ever said
clean shot.
Yeah, no one ever said, "Oh yeah, well, come on, Jason Statham, you can't do better than the Hulk. Come on, be real." He's got nothing to prove, but apparently he has everything to prove. I think the Hulk and Jason Statham should be one of our who would win in a fight contests.
The Hulk or Jason Statham.
Yeah.
That'd be a good question.
Yeah, it would.
On that, listeners.
Yeah. Tune in future weeks to hear who would win. But up next, that's enough of a spoiler alert. We have plenty more coming up for you on Niche Radio.
Hey Owen, should we talk about a randomly selected actor of the week?
All right. So who will our randomly selected actor of the week be? Well, before we go into it, we're going to leave you with a bit of suspense, because on Niche Radio we like to mix it up. And
mix it up.
And Big Dogg has a question for me, because I quizzed him earlier. He did pretty well, but he got one wrong. So now he's allowed to give me a shot at ultimate question time.
Okay. Now this question it's only one question, but requires about the same amount of answers I like to give you for all the different questions.
Oh dear.
So my question is to you, Odin,
Hey.
and that's very relevant for this question.
Oh.
In the Marvel universe, especially, I believe it's not only in Thor, but predominantly in Thor.
Mm-hmm.
Can you name the 9 realms of which the life tree,
Yeah, the life tree Idrisil.
that was going to be the question, but I thought you know that, connect to.
Okay, well,
I'll give you an easy one. I'll let you have Asgard.
okay, well, yeah, okay. But that was going to be my first one. So Idrisil, the world tree, connects to connects to Asgard, which is obviously where the Asgardians live. Also, it connects to Midgard, which is where we live on Earth.
That's 2. 2 for 2.
Yeah, it's 2. I'm getting there. It's nearly 9. There's also Hel, which is ruled over by Hela, who is the evil death goddess and is always trying to get Thor's soul. Bit mean of her. There's Svartalheim, which is where the Dark Elves live, and is often ruled over by Malekith, the trickster, who is essentially Loki in Dark Elf form, played by the amazing Chris Eccleston in the film Thor: The Dark World, which was directed by Kenneth Branagh.
Going strong.
There's Svartalheim. There's also, this is when I start running out though, does Valhalla count? Because they get.
I haven't got that written down.
Oh,
mate.
okay.
There's an obvious one you're missing. It's been in one of the films.
Okay, so we've got Asgard, Svartalheim, Jotunheim, because the ice dudes live there. They're all chilling out. How many is that?
5.
Is it 5? That's nowhere near 9.
Nah, you got 4 more. My math
Jotunheim,
holds up.
Svartalheim. Oh no, this is where I start failing miserably. There's the one where the dwarves live.
I'm
And
going to need the name, not the
they
description, I'm afraid.
build stuff. Oh no, I can't get that one. What about where the light elves live, which is something else Heim?
A lot of them are Heim, to be honest. I think the only ones that aren't Heim are the 2 guards, and you've already got them. Asgard and Midgard.
Okay, so there's Svartalheim. No, I can't have to leave
I'll
it.
just run through them for you. So these are the ones I've got, if I pronounce correctly, is Muspelheim,
Oh yeah, that's where Surtur lives, the big fiery chap.
Alfheim, spelled with an A.
Oh, okay. Is Alfheim the light elves?
I didn't write down the description, I'm afraid. Just
Oh,
the
okay.
answers to catch you out. Vanaheim.
Vanaheim, right? Okay.
You got Asgard, you got Midgard, you got Jotunheim, you got the Svartalheim. There's also Niflheim.
Niflheim.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's all coming back to me now. I knew these really.
Back to me.
Yeah, I feel like Celine Dion if she was asked to name all 9 realms. I wonder if she could. Well, thanks for that, but
It was a tough one.
it was a toughie. But it's inspired me to read a lot more Thor comics now and read up on my Norse mythology.
So
So
work here is done. I shall leave.
he evaporated in a puff of smoke. Well, yeah. So today we are talking about a randomly selected actor of the week, and this week it's Seth Green. Yeah, woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, which is very exciting because he has played a plethora of sci-fi, geeky,
Certainly
nerdy,
has.
comic-y roles, and he's been very instrumental in the geek scene in general.
Very pro geek.
Yeah, definitely. I was first aware of him as Oz in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Little werewolf dude.
Yeah, little werewolf who was in the kind of the school band, if you will. Yeah, and was in a band of his own as well. E flat minor 9th is the chord that he can't play. He's always striving after. It's a man's chord. You could lose a finger. So yeah, he plays Oz in Buffy and played it excellently. And he was also, as you mentioned earlier, Joker, the pilot in Mass Effect.
Yep.
Uh,
Pilot of the Normandy.
yeah.
Keeping us safe.
Oh yeah, flying about. Making friends with Edie.
The basic things you want a captain to do. A pilot,
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah, that's it.
Covered all those.
He was one of the creators of Robot Chicken.
Did some of the voices in that as well, didn't he?
He did loads of the voices in that, and he, which is on Adult Swim, of course, and he's also involved in many other Adult Swim projects. Robot Chicken, for anyone who doesn't know, is an animation, stop frame animation with loads of geeky action figures from all across everything. Lots of 90s children's cartoons.
Justice League ones.
Yeah, loads of
stuff like
comic
that.
ones, sci-fi, Star Wars, particularly. They've done Star Wars specials and DC specials as well, and it's really funny. So he's done a lot of that, and I think that was him who created it. He was also Scott Evil in Austin Powers, which I'd forgotten about actually until you mentioned that. I haven't watched Austin Powers for I went to see it at the cinema, the first one, when I was like maybe 14. I think it was a 15 at the time, so I felt ever so naughty.
Oh, I bet you told everyone at school.
Oh, I did. I told them all about it. I was quoting it for weeks.
I remember that one quote actually that I think it might be in the second one when it says he pumps in the jacuzzi and he says, "Pardon me for being rude. It wasn't me. It was my food. It just popped up to say hello, and now it's gone back down below." Great quote.
Excellent accent as well. Also, Seth Green was the voice of Chris from Family Guy.
He was, yeah.
That's one that just popped into me noggin right then.
Yeah, it popped into mine actually. I was waiting for you to be finished. I could jump in, but you covered it already.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Like a thin layer of butter.
Oh, yeah, just a little bit of butter.
A little bit of butter.
Yeah, so he has had a very prolific career so far, and I'm sure we've missed some. I've not even bothered going on IMDb to check him out. So that was just because I thought reading off those ones probably enough to get going with.
Yeah.
I think out of those, my favourite's going to be Buffy, because I've got a big love for Buffy, a big nostalgia about it. And
I like his Robot Chicken because he did a lot of writing for it as well, didn't he? Like, because he's a funny guy. He's not just like voicing things. So I thought it really showed his versatility.
Yeah, definitely. And he's very active in the geek scene in general. So he goes to a lot of the cons and he goes around. He's happy to sign stuff. And, I'm sure he helps out on a multitude of different bits and bobs that he probably doesn't even get credit for. Just because he seems like that kind of guy, keeping the spirit alive. Holding the torch.
He's in everything though. He's been in My Name Is Earl as well. He was a character for like an episode or two in that as well. So,
oh, brilliant!
Spot his face everywhere. He's probably in here right now.
He might be. If only. Hello, Seth Green. If you're listening, then hi. Big fans. Jolly good. We should start giving these guys niches as well. Yeah, we talk about these different actors and actresses and whatever's.
Everyone's asking that question. How many niches do they have?
That's it. I mean, next time he turns up to MCM Comic Con and he's about to do a signing and talk about his newest adventures in the geeky world.
He's a ranked 8 niche.
Yeah, and then that's it. Instantly, he'll get more publicity, more fame.
Yeah. Almost graded like a comic book.
Yeah, definitely.
How many niches?
Yeah, well, it's like CGC grading because once we give them a rating, that's it. They're stuck in plastic.
Yeah, they get stuck in a little box.
Oh yeah.
Touch it.
So, okay, let's give him a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of niches.
Yeah, he's got a classic ranking of a bunch.
Yeah. Good work, Seth Green, on all that stuff. Yep.
Yeah, good, man.
Yeah. If I was Seth Green, that'd be cool. Don't you think?
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. You wouldn't have your blonde hair, though. You wouldn't be able to claim your likeness to Thor anymore.
No, that's true. And I'd be quite a lot shorter as well.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't be a bad thing, to be honest.
Not in the wallet, though. Oh, you'd be very tall in the wallet.
No, I would be. I'd be a tall wallet. Wait, this what? So let's thank Seth Green. Let's just have a moment of silence. No, that doesn't play out well on radio. But yeah, what's your favourite? So your favourite Seth Green thing would be Robot Chicken, you reckon?
I reckon so. Yeah, hands down, he's really good in that. So I didn't want to say Buffy as well, but I always didn't like his character too much in Buffy, to be honest.
Yeah, he was always kind of stoic. I like that about him. Kind of like, he was quiet, reserved mostly, but then whenever he did say something, it usually meant something.
He was kind of like a weird Xander Angel mashup for me, because he kind of had a bit of brood to him, but he's still funny, but without being the comic relief and without being the hero. He was kind of just there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't watch Buffy growing up. I watched it later on, so.
Yeah, I mean, he was a side character. Although I think he was part of the Scooby gang, I don't think he wouldn't be a core Scooby. Oh no, he wouldn't be one of the big 4. Yeah, let's say 4. But yeah, then of course
werewolves,
him and Willow.
Werewolves are ace. Werewolves are great.
Werewolves are ace. Do you know how he became a werewolf?
I know, nothing to do.
His little cousin, his little kind of baby cousin, or youngster cousin, bit him on the finger.
Oh,
that was it. Yeah.
His little cousin a werewolf then.
Apparently, yeah. There you go. Yeah. Happens to the best of us, right?
Yeah.
Walking along. Oh no, I've been bitten by a child.
Unless you get just bitten by like a tramp or something, you turn into a bigger tramp.
Yeah, double tramp. Yeah, I wouldn't be up for that.
Nah, werewolf all the way.
So, ladies and gents, this is Niche Radio. This is Owen, and this is the Big Dogg.
Hey.
And now we're going to rock your socks off tonight with this jingle.
What if Wolverine's bones were made of chocolate?
What if Doctor Who used his powers to evil?
Oh, what if the Simpsons were all topless?
What if Bruce Banner never went to school?
What if...
Shut up! Niche Radio tells you what if.
We sure do. And today on our What If section, we'll be discussing what if Big Dogg directed Jurassic World. Now, I've seen Jurassic World, and I thought it was great. I didn't think it needed any changes, apart from maybe to be 20 hours longer. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I watched Jurassic Park as a kid. Watched the sequels fairly recently, actually, for the first time, and everybody told me they were really, really not worth watching. I thought they were all right. They weren't Jurassic Park, sure. They weren't as good as the first.
Lost
Nothing
World
could
was
touch
all right.
it.
But it's like the third sequel, and they end up in like city, right, with the T-Rex loose in the city.
Oh, that's the second one, yeah,
Oh,
with Jeff Goldblum and the T-Rex is in the city.
That'd be my first change if I was directing it. More of the Goldblum.
Yeah.
Always laughing there.
Yeah.
You guys dig up dinosaurs.
It's that laugh. That laugh makes Jeff Goldblum everything. And the bit where he's sweating, shirt open.
Oh yeah.
Looking all sexy.
Bow. Lovely.
Yeah, but there wasn't very much of him in the film. Anyway, I won't spoil any of that for you or for any of the listeners, because Jurassic World is sacred. It's a very good film. I thought it was brilliant, but you haven't seen it yet, so...
I've yet to have seen it, yeah. I have a problem with busy cinemas. Not for me. I like to let it be out for a while. I swoop in, and then I just watch it and enjoy it.
When they least suspect, you get the freshest popcorn.
Yeah, I come in halfway through, make up the start.
Oh, yeah, too right. So, well, how would you make it up then?
I'll tell you what I'd do. One of my big problems with it, it's not really a problem, it's more of a what I would do. But it's all about dinosaurs. These animals that have died thousands of years ago.
Right.
I want to look at the dinosaurs we've still got in this day and age that have been here since the prehistoric age. Sure, they've evolved slightly, but haven't had to adapt really at all because they're such good predators.
Yeah.
I'm talking about sharks.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Sure, back then they were like megalodon size. I'm talking big.
Like
bigger than a bus.
Whoa, that's a big shark.
That's it. That is a big shark.
I mean, I wouldn't mess with most sharks anyway, but especially not bus shark.
Oh, no, you don't want a bus shark. Next up, death.
Oh, yeah. Ding, ding. Ticket, please. Arm.
Yeah, straight in. Eat
Yeah.
you. So I'd definitely... But I like in the trailer I saw, there was that big Mosa kind of like thing that was eating a great white shark in like an aquatic display. And I was like, oh, this looks great. So I'm really excited for that bit. But I think I'd focus more on like sharks, crocodiles, a bit more educational. But
Yeah.
I've not seen the film, but I'm expecting everyone goes to the thing again, it all goes wrong. Oh no. Is that the general?
Well, I don't want to give anything away, but there's a lot of oh no.
Yeah.
People are certainly worried and perturbed. I think a lot of the punters of Jurassic World hadn't quite... they didn't quite have the holiday that they received in mind when they first put their
I
ticket.
see.
Yeah, I don't think they quite expected what they got.
This.
Yeah, it looked great though. I mean, as a park goes, I would go to Jurassic World. I would totally go. I'd live there. Hell, I'd be Chris Pratt. I'd be the
Stopping velociraptors with the power of your hands.
Yeah, too right. I mean, I've got really smelly hands. I don't want to get near them.
Back off.
Yeah, back off, guys. I'll touch you on the nose.
You don't want that.
Oh, you won't be able to get rid of the smell.
I think another thing I'd probably change, other than getting more sharks in it, which this might throw a bit of a spanner in the works. I want to see it in space.
Oh, Space World.
Yeah,
or
like
Jurassic
space whales, space sharks. Everyone's like, I mean, we're getting more into like the Iron Sky territory then, like, you know, all those films that are like, let's put Nazis in space or
With a
Nazis
dinosaur.
Yeah, it's like it's just
Chuck
a
in some
film.
zombies, dinosaurs, and then, I don't know, porn actresses. It'd be
But
great.
people are like, oh, I love that film. It's dead good. No, it's not. You're saying you like it because it's weird, when really it's a terrible film.
Like Sharknado.
Like Sharknado, terrible film.
Yeah,
it's
but this is
awful, and I love sharks.
Well, there we go. You've heard it here first. The Big Dogg loves sharks, dislikes Sharknado.
Ghost Shark though, couldn't recommend enough.
Oh, okay. What's that about?
It's about a shark that's not a normal shark.
No?
It's a ghost.
Whoa.
Hunts on land because it doesn't need water, my friend.
That's crazy.
What's dead can never die.
Ho, ho, ho. Well, I'd go watch your version of Jurassic World. I think you should become a director.
Oh, thank you very much.
I mean, it wouldn't take you long. Just turn
Big
up.
Dog Productions.
Oh, yeah. Big Dogg is the place to be. So coming up next, ladies and gents, is the end of Niche Radio, where we just put on a little bit of a competition of who would win out of two superheroes. In a bit. Any second. Well, there was an advert queued up there, but it's
In a
just
galaxy
disappeared.
far,
Here it is.
far away,
Here it is, see?
The
Yeah.
adventures of Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and Han Solo did not end with the destruction of the Death Star. Now, the Empire Strikes Back and the Star Wars saga continues with the struggle against the dark forces of evil. Read the exciting story in Sphere paperback. Hear John Williams' magnificent score on RSO records and tapes. See The Empire Strikes Back, Certificate U.
You're listening to Niche Radio. here on Fab Radio International, every Wednesday, 6 p.m. till 7 p.m. If you want to listen again, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Niche Radio, or follow us on Twitter at Niche Radio.
Fab Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the title fight, the greatest moment in superhero versus supervillain history. In the red corner, the almighty, the upstanding pillar of all that is good, and in the blue corner, the devious, the Machiavellian, the dastardly loser of all time. Who would win in a fight? You decide. Ready? Fight! So today, this is a battle I've been wanting to hear for a while. It's not between superheroes, no. It's not between elves or goblins or dragons. This is between two legends, even bigger, titans that tower above the rest of this ilk. It is the incredible J.R.R. Tolkien versus the incredible G.R.R. Martin.
Versus? Isn't that really weird?
Oh, thank you.
Right.
Yeah. The two double R's. The two of the arguably greatest fantasy writers.
Bloodbath.
At the moment. So, on the one hand, we got Tolkien, J.R.R., who wrote some of the fantasy that was the basis for pretty much all fantasy to come. Lots and lots of elves. I mean, drawing on lots of Gaelic and Norse mythology, jamming it all together. What have you got? Very nice books. And then, of course, George R.R. Martin, who, on the other hand, has written amazing fantasies that are a bit more modern, more political intrigue, more moral grey area, a lot more blood, incest, and sex in general. Yeah, totes amounts of boobs. So we're going to decide if the two of them are going to go head-to-head, who would win?
Man on man.
Mano a mano.
Stripped to the skin, to the teeth, to the death.
Yep. So who do you think?
Well, it's a very interesting question. And obviously, if we're looking at the stuff they've written, that's any kind of indicator as to what they are, what their characteristics are like, what they'd be like on a battleground.
Yeah.
We've got George R.R. Martin.
Yep.
Killing people off since breakfast. He woke up this morning. Who knows how many people he's killed?
Yeah.
You know, he's like, you know what? Oh, yeah, Stark, bit bored of her.
Yeah.
Let's get it gone.
It could be you. It could be me.
Yeah, he could write a character for you. Kill him off now. Seconds in a terrible death. So
he
I think
kills off characters before he writes them.
That's it. He's bloodthirsty, man.
He's a renegade.
He's coming at you, and he doesn't care if he treads on a snail.
The pen is mightier than the sword, unless, of course, he just uses his thumbs.
That is very true.
Yeah. So okay. So we're thinking that George R.R. Martin's bloodthirsty. I
don't think he's afraid of going violent, going for the eyes.
See, Tolkien strikes me as he's obviously long dead, but he was of a more old school time.
Yeah.
And perhaps he'd be more gentlemanly about it, be more like a kind of put up your dukes, fisticuffs, governor. I'll give you a good old right hook. I don't think he wouldn't shy away from the battle.
No, I think he'd be more strategic. I think he'd be more, take a step back, figure out what his weaknesses are. Yeah. And I'll attack those.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So they might be quite evenly matched, I think.
He's written so many, like you said, all these elves and different races and how they've got along, and the huge battles that you see in a lot of his books, and he talks about. He's definitely got an idea for it. Not that George R.R. Martin hasn't, by any means, but I just mean I do see him as more of a calculated killer.
Yeah. Oh, nice. A calculated killer. Yeah. And also, if we're going from the writing, we've already mentioned that George R.R. Martin definitely doesn't shy away from killing people off. But I mean, Tolkien takes a different tack on it. He does kill off people quite importantly, especially in Gandalf's case. That's the most obvious one.
Yep.
But also, Boromir and lots of other characters. Tons in the big wars and the big battles. But then he often brings a lot of them back to life.
Yeah.
Now, is that more powerful than just leaving him dead? I mean, who knows? I mean, if every character that was dead in George R.R. Martin's books got brought back as, I don't know, dead person, the White, like Gandalf did, then they'd
White
be pretty hardcore. Yeah. This is it. So maybe they wouldn't fight. Maybe they'd just hug it out and get along.
Maybe they'd join forces and take over the world.
Maybe they would. So that's all of us for today on Niche Radio.
Monsters are dangerous.
Thank you very much for tuning into the show with the incredible Owen and the beautiful Big Dogg.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
And I think the moral of today's show is, if Tolkien and George R.R. Martin can get along, why can't we? Thank you. And good night.